Hey friends, welcome back to my channel, Diamonds and Washi. My name is Katie and happy Monday. I am back with my weekly WIP and Chat where I am going to work on a diamond painting and talk your ear off for the next hour or so. So feel free to pull out a WIP or work in progress to work alongside me. I am going to be working on a kit from Jaded Gem Shop, which is a tester from their new manufacturer. And so I'm really curious to see how this one is going to go. I also have a box that came in this week from Pure Bliss Wax Company of my most recent bundle with them, which I think is really adorable, and thought I would share it with you guys and we can test out some of it in this video too. So let me think of where to start, because normally at the beginning of my videos I'm giving you the rundown of what I'm working on and with, but there's a lot of new stuff today. So why don't we start with opening up my accessories bundle, and then we'll take a look at the Jaded Gem Shop kit, which I did film an unboxing video for. It's going to be part of a larger start to finish style video, which is why it hasn't gone up yet, but I wanted to share a review of my experience with their new manufacturer and give you everything from my first impressions before working on a kit and everything, leading up to working on the kit and then actually working on it. So that's kind of my thought there. I forgot my knives. We're just going to use my stabby tweezers. Yes. All right, there we go. When I did small shop hauls more often, that was regularly how I would open my boxes, actually. Okay, so what's going to be in here is going to be a new signature bundle that I've come together with Pure Bliss Wax Company to put together. It's the Sparkling Dragonfire bundle, and there are a couple of different ways you can customize it for yourself. This is going to have all of the different possible elements in it, and so it has lots of really pretty citrus notes in the putty scent, which I'm always a big fan of. And then, so we started with that. We started with, let's pick a scent that just feels very summery and happy, and sparkling just sort of felt like the right word for it. And then Pure Bliss did a set of coordinating special drills. So we have 5200 DMCs, and then we have a really adorable cover minder. Sleeping Dragons has kind of turned into the theme for my bundles that I do with Pure Bliss Wax Company. So this is just, again, like the bubbly theme. And then we have the putty, which is what started it all, Sparkling Dragonfire. Again, think like sparkling citrus kind of scent. I'm trying to see what the exact scent notes are here that I have off screen. It's a cheerful splash of champagne and citrus fruits. It's a fresh, fizzy concoction that'll awaken the senses and put a little sunshine in your step. So sparkling champagne, bright citrus fruits, fizzy freshness, sunny sweetness, and magical dragon fire vibes. So lots of different ways to describe this one. Let me give it a quick sniff, and I am planning to use this one as well. I just realized that the pen, I don't see a single placer in there, so I'll have to go grab one if I want to use that in this video. Okay, so there's the putty. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. I'm trying to remember what this is, if this is a specific dupe for something, but yeah, citrus and sugary goodness. Now, if you are like me in here in the summer months, this can be a little bit on the softer side. You can put this in the fridge to help kind of reset and firm up the formula. You can also kind of dab it on your pants leg or something to dirty it up a little bit, and that'll help too. Now, they also designed, Pure Bliss Wax Company collaborated with Mystical Designs to design a pen to coordinate with my bundle as well. And this is so incredibly gorgeous. And they made a limited number of these pens that you can get as part of this bundle. Now, if you do want to get your hands on this bundle, there are different ways you can go about it. If you just want the putty, you can get just the putty. They are offering, it looks like a wax as well, according to the listing. And then you can do like the putty and the cover minder, and then the cover minder only. And then you can do the Dragonfire bundle and then the Sparkling Horde bundle. And it'll tell you on the listing for the Etsy page for this listing what those different options include. So we've got that going for us. And then let me see if I can grab a single placer out of one of my other pens and just, if it's loose enough, yeah, we'll do that. By the way, if you are shopping and it's your first time shopping from Pure Bliss, I do have a 10% off code you're welcome to use. It's Katie10, and that is for your first purchase from Pure Bliss. And It's not applicable to the limited edition box, just FYI, since that's already heavily discounted. Okay, so I need to see if this is going to fit in here. I feel like I remember this with one of my other Mystical Designs pens, that the single placer didn't totally want to fit in there easily. What you can do, if you are going to try to push it into your pen and you don't want to, because it's like stuck, it feels almost stuck like this, use the somewhat kind of giving surface. And then, okay, yeah, that helped. And then you can push it in and it shouldn't damage anything. I'm not going to try to push it in further than that. I think, well, let me try once. Okay, now we're just going to leave it there and call it good. So that is, this is the pen from Mystical Designs. I'm going to grab a wax and a multi-placer so that we can get this loaded up. And then I'm going to open this guy up over here. And that just needs a little bit of washi tape to help it fit more easily. You can use washi tape to help a metal multi-placer fit more snugly in your pen. By the way, if this feels a little slapdash, do people still say slapdash? If this WIP and Chat feels a little bit thrown together, that's because up until 10 minutes ago, I was actually thinking I was going to go ahead and just take this week off from doing a WIP and Chat. I've been really exceptionally busy and I was just feeling very, very tired and feeling like I don't know if I have it in me to record this WIP and Chat. And then when I just sat down to really think about it, I just kind of thought, well, no, I really want to do one though, especially because next Monday, I almost certainly won't have one for you that day. Because I'm going to be out of town and not really in a situation where I can easily record. So I figure probably just take next week off or maybe record one a couple of days late. I'm going to be at a retreat for 5 days, 6 days, several days. And while I will take my recording arm with me, I just don't think that there's going to really be a situation where I can easily set up and record a WIP and Chat. I think I'm mostly just going to be enjoying the hanging out and all that good stuff. So anyway, this kit is from Jada Gem Shop's new manufacturer. This is called Little Enchanted Princess. I don't know if this is available for purchase on the website. I tried to look earlier and I didn't see it there. So I don't think it's available for purchase. I want to say not available yet. I assume that she will eventually put it up for purchase there. But I know that Jadekins is the artist, and that's the owner of the shop. So she designed this, and I imagine it'll go up soon. So I am going to, I'm going to use this as a walking legend and keep it nearby maybe. Maybe I'll just kind of tuck it like this so that I can see it. And I'm just going to work out of baggies. This kit is so little. I really don't want to go to the trouble of kitting it up into storage containers, even though historically I hate working out of baggies actually, but I just am feeling very, very, very lazy, so I don't think I'm going to. I'm going to load this up with putty. This is a 12 placer, so I'm like, can I just cut right down the middle? Will that load up my, yeah, that like just fits. Okay, so I see a lot of reels and TikToks of influencers that do this. They just go like right down the middle of a putty. And I'm like, do they do it almost entirely for rage bait? Just to make people go, no, you ruined the putty. And this is, for me, it's just practical. I don't know. I'm so entirely out of the short form content game. I cannot bring myself to, I just can't seem to get into a good rhythm with posting on Instagram regularly again anymore either. I'm just kind of, I don't know, I'm a YouTube long form content girl at this point. But I do click over to Instagram sometimes just to kind of doom scroll and watch what other people are up to. I'm going to use this Firefly tray and I'll open this up. We'll kind of see how this goes. So she sent me the round drill version to test out. And if you watch other content creators on YouTube, you've probably seen several of them post review videos of this canvas from the new manufacturer. So I appreciate that she did want to get multiple people's feedback on it. And so anyway, if you're having deja vu, that is why. Let me grab, what am I missing? Oh, let me use some washi tape to just section this off a little bit. Let's just go like right down the middle maybe. And then we're just going to have fun. We're just going to fold it back and just diamond paint and have a good time. I'm not going to measure it. I'm not going to be too precious about it. Let's just see how this goes, right? Right. So, hi, hello. How are you doing? How was your weekend, my friend? And how's your week been so far as you're kicking off this Monday? It is currently Sunday evening, and I'm going to finish recording this just in time to go to bed. I have a very, 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 very busy week ahead, and it's almost entirely good things, but I also am just like, oh my gosh, there's so much to do. There's so much to do. Okay, let's grab this green color first. So we've got this little like dippy, okay, let's number 320. Okay, let's see how the static is. Oh my gosh, baggies are so fussy. I'm annoyed already. Okay, there's no static. I'll take it. First impressions, live. Well, they line up nicely. Okay. They're very sparkly. Also okay. Love to see it. Let's go over here and start. Oops, I just hit the camera. I think I sure did. So yes, busy week ahead, and I will share with you guys a little bit more about what's going on. But a lot has happened since my last WIP and Chat. I feel like there's so much to catch up on, and I don't even truly have the best idea of where to start. So let's talk about diamond painting stuff first and foremost. Well, I haven't diamond painted in a couple of days intentionally. I finished my last diamond painting in that round of WIPs, which was Celestial Dragons, and promptly decided that I needed a break from diamond painting. I think it's fair to say that I have a little bit of burnout going on, and just thought all I want to do is take a break from this craft for a couple of days. I worked on getting my Gems Flow app up to date with any of my recent purchases I hadn't logged yet. Gems Flow is a diamond painting mobile app, and I use it to track the kits that I own and that I work on, and even the ones that I sell and give away. Or destash, and the ones that I complete. So I use it to track lots and lots of info. But I am not the best about keeping it up to date. I tend to go in and every few weeks go, okay, I think I may have some diamond paintings I haven't tracked in here yet, so let me get that all caught up to date. So I did that. And then I thought I was going to want to scroll through my Gems Flow and try to decide what I might want to work on next. And then I didn't even want to do that. So I thought, okay, I think this is just my brain's way of saying I need a little breather. If I try to push this, I could risk like real burnout. That would make me really not want to do the craft. And I'm coming up on going to a diamond painting retreat where I would like to do some crafting, do some diamond painting. And so I'm like, why don't I just take a few days off from diamond painting, and then I'll get back to it. And I felt like that's been the right call. I did enjoy doing my mid-year check-in video. And if I have time towards the end of this video, I don't really know how long I'm going to chatter. I'm of two minds where I feel like I'm going to run out of things to talk about here in a few minutes, because I just feel honestly very, very scatterbrained and all over the place. Or I'm going to just talk at such length about certain topics, various things, that I'm gonna run out of time. But I did grab the mid-year freakout tag that I had borrowed from Carrie Can Read last year and was thinking about doing it. Again, I kind of adapted it for diamond painting stuff. I might have seen a couple people do a mid-year freakout tag in the diamond painting space, but I can't remember for this year, I mean. But it's extremely popular in the booktube world, so I definitely didn't come up with it. It was the channel Carrie Can Read that I originally got the idea from last year. It was fun. But if I have time towards the end, I might dip my toes into that tag. But I did do my mid-year check-in video, and that went up today, which will be yesterday for you guys. And that was really fun to do. I ended up talking a lot more in that video than I expected, and was kind of shocked when I finished recording. I did it all in one evening. I I was kind of shocked when I finished recording and looked at the clips that I had and went, oh, this is straight up going to be longer than an hour. That's how much I was just chattering on and on. But then I was having fun listening back and editing it together and just kind of tracing back through the kits I've worked on this year so far and what the diamond painting has looked like this year. It was surprisingly a lot of fun, and I hope you guys have enjoyed that video if you've had the chance to watch it. I haven't shown my face in a video in a while, so there was a little bit of that nervousness that I always have when I do that. And Skip, what are you doing? Oh, he's doing cat things and just lost his mind and ran up the stairs when he saw me looking at him. He was like on our stairs acting like he was gonna stretch his whole body all the way out into air and just like fall. I don't know what he expected was gonna happen, but I don't think cats always think things through, so I think he was just being a cat. Okay, this putty is a little bit stringy for this situation. It has been hot and humid here today, you guys. Oh my gosh. And I know some of you have it even worse. And my genuine condolences to you. I hope that you are able to stay cool in this crazy heat. Anyway. So yes, I have completed 27 kits so far this year, and I'm pretty happy with a lot of them, and very meh on some of the others, and really hoping that this next round of WIPs truly is the rejuvenating experience and kind of their more refreshing sort of diamond painting experience that I feel like I really need, and that it's kits that I managed to make sure I'm picking kits that I'm actually going to love working on. But yeah, no, TBD. I have not even begun to decide. I did manage to snag a couple of the new releases this past weekend. I had a gift card that I was able to use towards those and felt very, very lucky, especially because I overslept the early release. I, like a dum-dum on Friday night, I set my alarms for PM instead of AM. And I just realized you're really far away from the canvas. I'm going to bring you down so you can see a little bit more what I'm actually diamond painting. Hopefully that's a little more fun. Okay. Sorry to take you for that ride. But my husband thankfully woke up to his alarms. We had someplace to be. So, like, we needed to get up and moving. And thankfully he woke up, but he woke me up at 9:15. And you ever have that moment where you wake up and you just immediately know, I overslept. It's too late. It's later than it should be for what I need to be doing. Yeah, that was absolutely me. And the way my heart stopped when I looked at my phone and saw like 9:14, I thought, oh, no, like, are you kidding me right now? And so I thought, okay, well, Diamond Art Club says they always hold back stock for general release, and barring some like errors, that has always been the case. So I am just going to try my best. And I managed to snag the Art by Julia cats, which that's artwork that I've been talking about for a long time. Saying like, I just really hope that this kit eventually comes out. I'm pretty sure that it will, because I feel like Art by Julia is popular enough that it seems pretty likely. But I've been waiting for her cat artwork so much that that was a must-have for me. That was the specific artwork I kept coming back to and going, I just think this artwork is so cute. And then we had the Marigona Sully bookshelf, and I wasn't about to break my Marigona Sully collection, so I was really lucky I was able to grab both of those and managed to get out and under the general release craziness with both of those. So I hope you guys were able to snag whatever your must-haves were, whether it was from DAC or other shops this weekend. There have been a lot of shops doing really fun things, and I'm really enjoying that a lot. And yeah, so it's been an eventful weekend between, well, I was really, like I said, happy about my mid-year check-in video finally going up and grabbing those new releases and stuff. And then I have also managed to film decently far ahead for when I'm going to be out of town. So hopefully my video schedule is going to stay pretty normal even while I'm traveling. And I've even edited and uploaded most of those videos too. So hopefully you guys won't even realize that I'm gone. Yeah, I've got like some reviews and unboxings and stuff like that. Just staying on top of things. Other updates of things that have been going on. a couple of updates, things that I mentioned in last week's WIP and Chat. Because, it's a lot that's going to come back around. So my mom is in town. We picked her up on Tuesday. And by we picked her up, I'm lying to you. We didn't pick her up on Tuesday. She Ubered to our place on Tuesday because I was in the middle of having my root canal take 2 done. That was the earliest and only time that they had available before the retreat. So I took it, and it just happened to fall right on top of when my mom was coming in. And since I was doing an extra oral anxiety medication, I wasn't allowed to drive, and so Adam had to be picking me up. And so I told my mom, I was like, if you're willing to wait, we can come and pick you up afterwards. And she's like, no, I'll just Uber. So she made it safely. And the reason that we are seeing her again so soon after just recently visiting Phoenix is she's coming out. She came out for a belated birthday trip for my oldest, Connor, because she wasn't able to make it out in May because they were packing and moving house, but also because she and I are going to be flying to the diamond painting retreat together. We're both going this week, so we're going to travel together, which will be really fun. And as part of her visit, we went to Great Wolf Lodge. That was my parents' birthday gift to Connor again this year. And it was a lot of fun. The kids are a wonderful age for it. Great Wolf Lodge is a big water park. There's several in the U.S., and we've been to this one a handful of times over the years. And this year it just felt like it was the least stressful it's ever been. Connor is totally water safe. He's a great swimmer. And Micah is old enough and tall enough and mature enough at this point that so many of the things are less of a concern. He doesn't know how to swim super well just yet, so I was with him, Adam or my mom were with him every single moment, of course, but he was doing really well as far as just being safe in general. At one point there, our first day, he decided that he wanted to wear a life jacket, and they have life jacket stations around the place, and it's optional, except if you're in the wave pool area and you have a really young kid, they're required. But Micah decided it would be fun to wear a life jacket and was enjoying just practicing floating in some of the areas. But then it had the added benefit of, okay, that's just an additional layer of safety and security. It obviously does not at all replace watching him with our eyes carefully, but it didn't hurt. You know what I mean? So they had such a great time. Both kids did, and it was wonderful. It was really a special celebration for Connor's birthday belatedly, and it was a lot of fun. I wasn't sure if it was going to be busy with it being summer break, and it was definitely busier than when we've gone in May for Connor's birthday in past years, but it really wasn't too bad. A lot of the bigger slides, Connor is a little bit too nervous to do, but he could have spent all day in the lazy river and the wave pool. And he did do a couple of the smaller slides, and Micah was a big fan of the smaller slides in the kind of central play area where they have the bucket that loads up and then dumps over everybody. So yeah, they were both so happy, and they slept so well that first night in particular, because we spent a good chunk of the day at the water park. So that was really fun and really special this past week and weekend. And then my root canal itself, sorry, I started to talk about that and then got sidetracked. So take 2 on it went better. They were able to finish it this time. Unfortunately, I did start to feel things again. The dentist was very compassionate and was really careful about trying to check in regularly. They did have to pause at one point to do more numbing, but the antibiotics I had been on seemed to have taken care of enough of the infection that they were at least able to get it more numb and take care of things. I was trying to grin and bear it as much as I could, but the dentist did notice, and she was like, wait, are you feeling it now? And I just kind of a little bit. And she even clarified, she said, are you feeling pressure or pain? And I said, it's pain. Like, I'm so sorry. I'm trying not to be a problem child here. I'm trying not to be a wimp. But because I just wanted it to be over, you know? But yeah, I don't know how much the medication helps, to be honest with you guys. I don't know. I'm not sure. But they were able to finish it. I'm having some discomfort, so I'm a little bit nervous. Like, did it work? I'm hoping that that's just sort of my jaw and the gum area being a little bit sore and just kind of everything settling. I mean, my understanding with the root canal is that doesn't it kill the nerves? There shouldn't really be, if it's, done properly, I shouldn't really be feeling anything there. I don't fully understand it, but I'll go back next week for them to do the crown part, which hopefully will be a much less stressful situation. Please let it be a less stressful situation. I've got a temporary filling in, which feels really weird and keeps like slowly, I feel like, eroding, even though I'm not chewing on that side of my mouth. I'm not using my Sonicare on that side of my mouth. I'm just very gently brushing like a normal toothbrush over there. So I'm a little bit nervous because I need that temporary filling to last for another week. Hopefully it'll be okay. But anyway, so thank you for all the positive thoughts about that situation. It really sucks that even though I fully believe this dentist was taking me seriously and tried to make sure I was completely numb before starting and was checking in very regularly, there's just something about the fear and anxiety that goes into, I'm waiting for when I'm going to feel it. It's not, at this point, it is not a matter of if I'm going to feel pain. It's a matter of when. And I hate that. It's so difficult to not get tense during that. My therapist had talked through a little bit this idea. She said, I don't know necessarily how much there is to this. So she's like, I'm not saying this is a magic fix, but there is some research that suggests that the more stressed and tense that you are and more anxious that you are, that almost like opens the neural pathways for how your body experiences pain. And the more relaxed you are, the more that those pathways, I might be saying the wrong words. I don't remember exactly the term she used, but basically it narrows them. And so you are less likely to experience it, or it's less likely to be as intense. So I was trying to do all of those kind of like calming exercises. She had sent me this, is it bilateral music? Like, there were all sorts of things I was trying, but with really mixed results. So I don't know. We'll see. I have to go back to have a couple of fillings done, which really sucks. And I have to get those on the calendar, but it was kind of like, let's take care of this root canal situation first. And then that's, the most pressing and is the thing that's actively causing pain. And then we'll kind of come back and do the other stuff. I'm having a good experience with the grid and stuff on this kit so far. It's been good. Lots of greens though. We should pick out a different color for my next one because you guys know how I feel about green. So that's the update on the root canal. And then let's see, what else have we had going on? Oh, we did take the kids to see the new Moana movie. And Micah was a bit restless during it, but there weren't very many other people in the theater. So that helped. He wasn't really bothering anyone, and no one was giving us dirty looks or giving us a hard time or anything like that. There were 2 other families in the theater. I personally, it was fine, but truly, the original Moana only came out 10 years ago, and it really is, it feels so much like nearly a shot-for-shot remake. So many of the lines are identical, and there are things that are fine and fun about it, but if I'm in the mood for Moana, I'm just going to go watch the original. I just think I don't know. I personally just think that it's better, and I'm not trying to be like we can't have new things. People can't try new things. It just, I don't know. It just didn't feel like it really compared. Though it was probably kind of a lose-lose situation for the people that made the movie, to be fair. Yeah, it was fine. It was fun to take the kids out. That was really the part that we enjoyed the most about it. We haven't, I'm trying to think if we've gone all four of us, just the four of us, to a movie before. I feel like we've done one or two. Well, Mike has only been in a movie theater a couple of times anyway. But the last one that we did was the Mario movie, and we went with Adam's sister and her kids, so it was kind of a different production. There were a lot more kids involved. It was a little more chaotic. It was less of a like, oh, just our family's gonna go out, and more of a like, all right, all the cousins are going. let's plan this out, and it'll be a whole thing. But yeah, no, it was fun. Little family summer outing in between a lot of the craziness going on. And then what else we had going on? Taking a look at my notes because yes, okay. I've been trying to do some retreat prep. I haven't done any packing yet. Our flight leaves on Wednesday morning and it's Sunday evening. My plan is to do laundry tomorrow, which is Monday. And then I'll pack on Tuesday. That's always kind of how I've operated. I don't have enough clothes that fit me and that I like that I can get away with packing like a week in advance. I only have so many pairs of shorts and stuff that fit me. I will just do laundry and then pack the day before. And same thing with toiletries and stuff. So it's always worked out fine. And then I will have a suitcase of more like diamond painting related stuff that I'll take, things to give away, some stuff that I'm destashing and then just bringing to people in person so we don't have to mess with shipping, and space to bring things home too, of course. So I'm really looking forward to that. My mom and I are planning out, like after our plane lands, we're gonna head to the retreat center. I'm on the planning committee, and so I'll be helping with setup and stuff the day before. And we mapped out like, okay, we're going to stop at this Buc-ee's on the way there and maybe this other shop just to stock up on some supplies like snacks and favorite drinks and stuff like that. And yeah, we're really looking forward to it a lot. I'm hoping it's going to be a lot of fun and some good downtime. Adam is looking forward to getting some solo time with the kids. He's done this the past 2 years, and he's a wonderful, wonderful dad and husband, and he's always been so incredibly supportive of me doing things like this, and in fact will often try to nudge me to do more. He's like, you deserve to do things that are for you. It's part of self-care. It's part of just like you getting to do things that you really love, and your whole identity in life shouldn't be just wrapped up in being a mom. And he's like, and I want to support making that happen for you. And so I really appreciate that about him a lot. And he's looking forward to having some solo time with the kids. I'm trying to do a bunch of stuff to sort of set him up for success, like leaving little notes and trying to offer like, oh, if you want to see how I do this, or how I do this routine with the kids that normally is just something I do versus what he does. And he's like, Katie, it's fine. It's going to be fine. You don't have to worry about all that. And I said, well, it feels like it's a nice give and take for both of us. Like I'm trying to, sorry, let me find this color. I need M30. Oh, I have a special drill. Where are you, special drill? Are you in the mix? Oh, you think you're in the middle? M3837. Ooh, it's like a purple metallic. Okay, let's go. I don't know. It's like we both want to support each other, right? He doesn't want me to feel like I have to do a ton of extra work before I can go. But I also, I want him to not feel overwhelmed and to feel like it's a good time. So I don't know. We both win. And, yeah, I mean, I'm sure that I'll get some texts being like, I'm sorry, but where is this thing? I can't find it. Because I'm the designated finder in the house. Is anyone else this in your relationship? Where it's like you are forever the designated finder of the things. It's like a superpower, but an annoying superpower in some ways. So, yeah, he's ready to have some solo time with the kids, I'm sure. I will be missing them when I'm gone, but this was it was like a really good time away from me last year. Like it was a good break and breather. And I've been looking forward to this year's retreat for quite some time. I'm going to try to, when I do share about it, I don't want it to be about rubbing any of your noses in it at all. I know there's many that wish they could get to these retreats and either aren't able to, or there could be any number of reasons. And so I don't want to, I don't know. I know it can be a little, I can feel some type of way to hear people talking about it. So I'll try to be sensitive as much as I can. This purple metallic drill really is super, super, super pretty. I keep putting my hand in the glue though. It's a sticky glue though. I gotta give them that. There are some similar symbols, and I'm guessing the other testers have shared this feedback with them already, but I'm just taking notes myself too. So let's see what else has been going on. I'm trying to think. So I'm really torn for a variety of reasons here, you guys. I touched on it a little bit in last week's WIP and Chat. I'm of two minds on how much I want to share about Micah's dentist appointment this week. This past week was a lot of dental stuff. I mentioned my root canal. Connor ended up not having to go in. He was supposed to go in to have them pull a baby tooth, that the adult tooth was like coming in through the gums above it, and they were like, this can start to kind of mess up tooth alignment and stuff. And they're like, there's no root on this tooth. It really is not going to be a big deal at all for us to just pop it out. They said, but he can, if he wants to, like he can try to wiggle it and get it loose, and if he can get it out himself, like that works too. And like literally the night before Connor was supposed to go in for his dentist appointment, it was when I was talking to him about like, okay, you can't eat after this particular time because they're going to do laughing gas. And he threw up the last time they did laughing gas, like after the fact, which is a common side effect because we hadn't known going into that appointment that we might end up doing the laughing gas. So he hadn't fasted at all beforehand. But since they know that this is an issue for him, they had said, okay, let's make sure he fasts 4 hours before. And it was like, once I told him you can't eat for the 4 hours before your appointment, it was almost like I saw the wheels turning in his head. And he was like, I can have snacks. All right, I'm going to go get this tooth out because I don't want to mess with that. And that's exactly what he did. He like went to the bathroom and it had been wiggly, but he kept waffling on if he actually wanted to like pull it out. But when I told him like, yeah, you can't have snacks after 7 a.m., he was like, oh, really? Okay. And then he came back like 5 minutes later. He's like, I got pulled out my tooth. It's like, oh, okay. All right. So I called the dentist the first thing the next morning to be like, so he pulled his tooth out last night, so we don't need that appointment. Also, can you please not hit me with the cancellation fee because this circumstance seems like it is relevant and they did not hit us with the cancellation fee. But Micah's situation, it was very emotional, and because I've had some sideways responses to depending when I share about certain things about my kids, I'm hesitant about how to talk about it. Micah's fine. Everything ended up being fine. He had one cavity that we had to deal with general anesthesia. I am so relieved that there were no other cavities, and this one ended up being... the dentist said that we were basically kind of screwed in a way because the cavity like came at it from the back, and she said the way that it looks is that there was something that was like the enamel had deteriorated or was too weak, like when that tooth like erupted in the first place. And because of how the cavity came in, that's why we didn't see it sooner, and why even my really meticulous brushing of Micah's teeth that I do every single day, why that didn't take care of this. So, but just the whole process of that day, I guess I'm not going to go into a lot of details about it because it was an emotional roller coaster. Yeah. So again, everything is fine. They're just, whenever general anesthesia is involved and there are question marks and stuff like that, it can just be a lot. I apologize for being vague, but that's what I got to do this time, you guys. I'm sorry. Okay, next color, 12975. This brown color. That purple metallic, I love that. I think that's really, really pretty. Okay. I'm having a good experience with these drills so far. I can't complain. Let's do the mid-year freakout tag. So this is a tag that I just want to mention the credit again. It's based on Carrie Can Reed, who is a booktuber, a tag that I saw her do last year. And then in 2025, I adapted it a bit for diamond painting and did a version of it. And I think some others, I tagged a couple handfuls of creators, and I think some of them did it too. But if anyone wants to play along either in the comments section or if you have a channel and would like to do a video where you answer these questions, please feel free to. And like I said, I feel like I have a vague memory of scrolling YouTube and seeing at least one other diamond painting creator do one this year too. So yeah, just want to make sure no one feels like I'm trying to claim credit for this idea or something like that, because that's not my intent. So there's a set of questions. I will have them listed in the description box below if you want to read them too. The first one is, what is your favorite kit completed so far in 2026? I did go back through, I glanced at these questions ahead of time. I did look through my completed kits again, which were fresh on my mind since doing my mid-year check-in video. And this was really hard to decide. It's like a 3-way tie. I will tell you that right now, because it changes, which of these 3 I would consider my top favorite, depending on the day and the time of day, I suppose. Just at any given moment, it might change. For the moment, I will say my top favorite is Fairy Workspace by Pomichi from Diamond Art Club. That color palette, the scheme, the theming, I'm blanking on the name. Just the artwork, the original artwork was delightful. I loved that artwork so much. The runners-up that occasionally get first place instead would be Persephone by Roy Trin, also from Diamond Art Club, and Impressionist Sky by Yume from Diamond Art Club. Those 3 pieces in particular are holding a really special place in my heart. And there are others that I loved too, don't get me wrong, but right now, those are the ones that are top of mind. Question number 2 is, what's your favorite new release, either kit or accessories, so far in 2025? This also has to go to Fairy Workspace from Diamond Art Club as a new release this year. I will say that there's an honorary mention here to new to me shops, and some of these could potentially take this spot when I go to the end of the year to do my rankings and everything of favorite kits. I need M783. We have another metallic in the mix here. But that's my favorite new release. I guess also I really love the Art by Julia kit that released this past weekend. That's very fresh on my mind as well. So that would probably be up there too. Yeah, those have been good ones. Number 3, what is your biggest disappointment? I kept this one vague in terms of like, it doesn't have to be a specific kit that was disappointing, but it could be anything related to diamond painting that was disappointing. I will say, gosh, my biggest disappointment is how, well, now that I'm in the state of burnout, it seems very topical, how little I enjoyed my most recent round of WIPs. That sucked. I was not expecting it. Given how much I enjoyed my first round of multiple WIPs, I just was not expecting to feel so bleh about my second round. And I think there are a lot of factors at play here, everything from it being busy summertime for me to the 2 similar color palettes and vibes that were a little more boring to me, that I didn't realize how much it was going to be a problem when I picked out those kits. Yeah, that's my biggest disappointment, is I had just such a fun time with my first round of WIPs for the 26 for 26 challenge, and then the second round, it just felt like more of a slog, and that sucks. Like, no one wants that from their diamond painting experience. So I'll say that was my biggest disappointment. My biggest surprise, I I was very pleasantly surprised at how much I enjoyed working on Persephone by Roy Trin. I love the artwork. It wasn't a question of if I loved the artwork, but I was concerned that the size point and the color palette was going to be boring and that I was going to get burned out. It's weird. It's like I'm worrying about the wrong things. I keep thinking, oh no, I'm worried this thing is going to burn me out. And then it doesn't at all. And then I have the opposite expectation. Like, this is going to be so great. I can't wait. And then I'm just lukewarm about it. So I don't know. I just need to like play opposite day or something. So I was just very pleasantly surprised. I was only working on, for the most part, one WIP at a time. I think I paused Persephone and worked on something else and then came back to it maybe. But I just really loved working on Persephone. I didn't find the color palette boring. I didn't find the art style to be at all tedious because I was worried that it would feel like, oh, there's not enough different little things going on. I'm not going to feel like I get the satisfaction of like lots of little finishes as I finish a section or something. It just wasn't an issue. So that was a pleasant surprise. I'll take it, right? Question number 5 is, what's your favorite new to you shop, kit or accessories? I will tell you what, I am really, really taken with the new releases that Preston Placed and the Diamond Art Gallery have been doing. They are partnering with some killer artists and releasing stunning artwork. I am just like, every single time I see them post new releases, I'm like, man, another killer artist and another piece of art that is so much my taste. Like, holy cow. Okay, and those are both new to me shops this year. I want to say both of them maybe opened last year, so they're still very new to the community in general. But I have been really enjoying seeing what they've been doing, for sure. Question number 6, your new or current favorite artist. Let me grab a color. And, this is going to be, oh my gosh, there's so many glitter drills. Now, I got to tell you what. These are both the same symbol, just facing opposite directions. Black symbol on a purple background. The other creators and testers have to have told her about this. Been like, Jade, you gotta avoid these similar colors here. Okay, we need G209. What number is that? 19. All these drills, like, I just apparently threw them back in here willy-nilly. There's 18, but 19 is not right after it. Oh, it's because I grouped the glitter diamonds together, isn't it? 19. G209. Here we go. Okay, what was my question? New or current favorite artist? That is tough. I suppose Mariona Suli might take this spot for the moment. It's fresh on my mind because we just had another new release from her, and I have a complete collection. I'm still waiting. I know it's going to come sooner or later. I invariably will get to a point where I just go, okay, this artwork is not exactly my taste. I can go ahead and break my complete collection. And that actually is very freeing because then it feels like I don't get stuck in that collector mentality and I can destash some of the kits that I'm not as obsessed with. But she's kind of top of mind. But man, you know what I'm realizing? My answers to these questions are really DAC heavy. I didn't take a ton of time to think these through. I glanced through these questions, glanced at my finishes, and then was like, shoot, I got to start recording if I'm going to do this. So maybe I'll try to come back in my next WIP and Chat and try to show some love to other artists and stuff that are outside of Diamond Art Club's wheelhouse. I'll tell you what, I will spend a ton of time continuing to hope and pray that someday Maxine V might decide to license her artwork for diamond paintings after all. I know that she's been reached out to by shops before, and I don't know the specifics. My understanding is that she's not interested in licensing her artwork for diamond paintings, but she does the dreamiest, most beautiful fantasy artwork that I would cry happy tears to work on as diamond paintings. And she lives rent-free in my brain too. Someday we'll get to see maybe her artwork as diamond paintings if she decides that that's something that she's open to after all. But of course, it's an artist's prerogative to choose who gets to use their work and for what, and I fully respect that. But just in my own little mind, I hope, please, maybe someday, if it's the right time and it feels like the right thing to do for you, please. But yeah, go check out Maxine V's artwork if you haven't. And then the Art of Sandara also does beautiful dragons, very cutesy stuff. She's worked with some game companies and stuff. I'm blanking on the name of the game, Flame Bound or something like that. But just really, really adorable dragon artwork too. And I would love to see her artwork as diamond paintings. So there you go. A couple artists that aren't necessarily already doing their stuff as diamond paintings, and then some that are. The next question is number 7, new or current favorite genre / theme. I've been really drawn to room pieces or desk settings lately. Yeah, those have been the new releases that have made me the most excited to see. Dragons always, too, of course. But yeah, room scenes, desk scenes, that has been, a favorite genre of mine for a hot minute. Question number 8 is kit or diamond painting experience that made you happy. I thought I had an answer for this one, and now I'm sitting here blanking on it. Starting working on multiple whips, the 26 for 26 challenge. That especially that first round made me really, really happy. I never expected to enjoy working on multiple whips at a time, and that made me really happy. I guess kind of going hand in hand with that, I really enjoyed getting to sit down and do a stash and chat with Lisette over at Lisette Crafts and Tells a couple months back, and we had talked about the 26 for 26 challenge together in that video, and both, funnily enough, in that video had said this is such a fun idea, I love that Nicole's doing it, but also that's not for me. And then within 48 hours had contacted each other actually, I think I'm gonna do it. So that was, I don't know, I had a lot of fun doing that conversation in general. Lisette is such an incredibly sweet and wonderful human being. And then the way that led to the 26 for 26 challenge was a lot of fun too. Did I credit Nicole from Shire Shenanigans on that in this video? If I forgot, I apologize. She's the one that brought it over from the cross stitch world. So yay, Nicole. Love her too. Next question is number 9, a kit or diamond painting experience that made me cry. I would probably say the Rose Art Thomas Kincaid Disney kit. That was crying tears of laughter and disbelief. I will have the post review video up for that one soon. Ooh, you've got a little mark on you. I'm not going to place you. Let's see how many extras we get in this kit. That kit was so crazy how wild some of the rendering choices were in that kit. Yeah, it was so bad it was good. Made me cry in disbelief. Cry out of frustration. I don't think I've had a kit like that this year. I did not enjoy working on Midnight Fox from Studio Delight. That kit almost made me cry from boredom and meh-ness. So maybe that one. Yeah, we'll go with that. Let's see. Question number 10. Oh, this is the last question. Most anticipated kit for the second half of 2026. Ooh, I didn't even think about this one yet. Let's go with, I would like to work on one of my Mrs. Butter D wintry kits this year. She has some really beautiful cozy wintry kits, and I feel like I've been letting them languish in my stash for too long, and there have been a couple of really cute ones. One that came out last year that was Snow Globe Wish, and then one that came out this year was Cozy Study Time, the name of it. I just love both of those kits, and I would like to work on a Mrs. Butter D wintry kit maybe this winter, and that's kind of fresh on my mind. I'm also just generally looking forward to fall season. I feel like shops have a lot of really great fall and Halloween themed releases, and so I'm always looking forward to seeing what shops are going to come out with for that. Yeah, so those are my answers to the mid-year freakout tag. I will say I'm freaking out a little bit that it's already well past the halfway point of the year. Like, we're over halfway into July, and if the first half of the year went this fast, how the heck fast is the second half of the year going to go? Every year goes by faster and faster. So just trying to soak up the moments, whether it's diamond painting related or just, life and family related. Just trying to take them all in and not just let time pass by. So that's the mid-year freakout tag. Feel free to answer in the comments if you are playing along, and if you have a channel, consider yourself tagged to respond to these. Like I said, I'll have them listed out below, the interpretations I did on Carrie Can Read's questions for this, if you would like to, and feel free to tag me in your videos so that I can check them out too. Now, as far as what I've been reading and watching and listening to, my little check-in on this for the end of the video. Reading wise, I've been taking a little break. I'm planning to start the next Brandon Sanderson Stormlight Archive book, I think is next up, after the retreat. Just had a lot going on, and I have a hard time with books like his, like especially his Stormlight Archive books. They're chunkier. I want to feel like, I don't know, like I can give my full brain power to it, and there's something about knowing that I could start it, but then I'm probably not going to listen to it while I'm at this retreat, so I'd have like a week where I'm not listening to it at all, and I feel like it'd be hard to have that interrupted momentum, I guess. So I am planning to start the next one, though, after I get back. I'm really enjoying his works a lot. I'm always reading on Archive of Our Own, of course, but like that would be so weird for me to come on here and tell you, like, here's this fic that I read this week. No, we're not going to be doing that. But I love all things fandom, and love that there's a lot of ways that fandom has become more mainstream. But fandom's almost like a little bit of a special interest. I just think fan culture and the way that it's evolved over the years and stuff like that has been, and the impact that it has like on culture and society and the importance of it. I don't know. I think it's all really, really, really interesting stuff, but that's just me. As far as watching, I mentioned Moana. We went and saw that with the kids, the live action one. And then Adam and I have tickets to go and see The Odyssey tomorrow night. Adam has been a long time Chris Nolan fan. Ever since we've been dating, we've gone and seen Chris Nolan movies on opening weekend in IMAX if possible together. And so we're going to be going to see it tomorrow night. We're going to be meeting up with some of Adam's friends up in LA. Adam's dad is actually going to be coming along too. And hopefully it's just going to be a lot of fun. I've been hearing wonderful things about it and loving all of the interviews and like the promo, and like Zendaya's red carpet outfits have been unreal. There was a comment on one of the videos where it was showing one of her looks, and I fully agreed with this comment. Someone said, like, what does it feel like to look like Zendaya looks? Like, how does it feel to know that you look as incredible as you do? So I was like, full agree. She's stunning, and her stylist is incredible. So anyway, loving all that. But no, I'm hoping this movie is as good as it sounds like it's going to be. My expectations are very, very high, but it's Chris Nolan, so like there's a solid chance that my expectations will be met. And then listening to, I don't know, I've been kind of bouncing around some commentary channels again on YouTube. I was finding random niche commentaries on like niche dramas interesting. Like there was a video that came across my feed that I just saw it in a vacuum. I've never played Genshin, but this video had a ton of views and just seemed interesting. Like it definitely had kind of a clickbait title, but I was digging it. So I listened to it, and it was someone that was just sort of talking about their experience playing this mobile game Genshin and the things that they haven't loved about it, about how it's kind of changed or some of the choices that it's made. And I thought, okay, this is like an interesting video, and it's always interesting to hear someone talk about something that they are obviously passionate about and have a lot of knowledge of and connection to. But then I started getting these videos pushed to me that were these response videos to this person's video, and I realized, oh my goodness, speaking of fandom and fandom culture, really, there were like, she was getting death threats, and her comment section was holy unhinged comments, Batman. Like, people, this is serious business. Like, oh no, you did not show up and have what I thought was a mostly measured and level-headed criticism in some ways, also saying things that you liked about this game, but it was like people couldn't handle that there was even a negative thing hinted at. It was really interesting from a fully outsider perspective. So anyway, that's been my listening fodder the past few days. As far as what I've got coming out this week, I mentioned that I have filmed ahead pretty well, so I don't think you will see a big interruption in my posting schedule. You'll be seeing some post reviews and some unboxings from some different companies. Nothing too crazy outside of that, but I did have my mid-year check-in video go up, which I decided to just do as a face video and show some of my kits that way. If you are interested, that was I feel like that's going to be one of my bigger effort and sort of outside of my norm videos that goes up this month. So that's the one I'll point you to if you're wanting something outside of what I think of as my usual suspects. But if you made it all the way to the end of this video, how about let's do a book emoji, since the mid-year freakout tag comes from the book community. And feel free to let me know how you were doing and what you were working on today. Thank you for spending some time with me. I always want to go ahead and invite you, especially if you made it all the way to the end and you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing to my channel. You'll see weekly WIP and Chats like this from me most weeks. Next week, like I said, I probably won't have one. Like, there may be one that goes up delayed a little bit later in the week, like Wednesday or something. We'll see, but most likely not Monday, but I should be back to normal the following week. And I also do unboxings and reviews from a variety of different companies, as well as other diamond painting related stuff like how-tos and tutorials. But yeah, no complaints about the accessories I was using today. The pen was great. The putty was a little soft, but it was honestly pretty workable. I didn't have major issues. Tray was great. And wax was great. I used Not Your Mama's Mud in my single placer. And then this is working out great so far. I like the grid a lot. I gotta let her know, like, in case she's not unaware somehow, these similar symbols are dangerous. And yeah, I'll kind of keep a critic's eye on this as I keep going. Anyway, I'm gonna let you guys go. Thank you again for watching. I hope you are doing wonderfully well, and happy crafting. I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye, guys.